Okay, this might be off topic, but tell St. John that them raps just ain't that jaw-dropping. You forgot I still owe you for false prophets. I rap punches as hard as Bernard Hopkins. And ain't no yes men over here, my dog, stop it. We like the band on the Titanic. We going down with the ship before we go jumping off it. So watch your mouth before you go over talking. It's cool till you run into one of his underbosses.
Everyone is asking why J.O.O.D apologized to Kendrick, but they're looking at the wrong map. The real wreck happened 10 years ago in a 1990s Honda Civic. CyHi just showed up to the crash site to collect the debt Cole thought he settled with a sorry. The statute of limitations on a subdisc usually expires in a week. CyHi just waited a decade to serve the papers. This isn't a heat-of-the-moment response. It's a calculated audit of J.Cole's entire moral compass. In 2016, Cole looked at the G.O.O.D music empire and called it a circus of yes men. He played the holier-than-thou witness. But the digital footprint suggests CyHi wasn't looking for an apology. He was waiting for a collision. Cole didn't just step away from Kendrick. He ran right into an underboss.
Really say nothing too crazy. I do like how he brings up the Honda Civic. I think that's hilarious. I like how he says, you know that GNX and the Honda were going to collide, or had to collide, or y'all had to crash out eventually. But you're the one that backed out of the battle, talking about him backing out of the battle.
The narrative of the humble king was built on a foundation of 1990s Japanese engineering, the Honda Civic. It was the symbol of Cole's relatability until it became the evidence of his exit. For a decade, the public bought the story of a man who outgrew the drama. But the internal reality was a collision course that had been programmed since the G.O.O.D music era. CyHi isn't just reacting to a battle. He's documenting a decade-long retreat. The math is simple. Two forces moving at high speed cannot occupy the same space without a wreck. Cole saw the headlights. He saw the G.O.O.D music wreckage. Then, he steered into the grass. But a tactical retreat only works if you don't leave it. CyHi is now pointing to the exact moment the public lie of peace met the internal reality of a miss.
It's like, well, how many niggas went to college that are hip-hop stars right now? You know what I'm saying? It sounds like you're taking shots at J. Cole, who never dropped out. He actually graduated top of his class, magna cum laude. So who are you talking about? Because it sounds like you want to shoot at J. Cole, but don't want to say his name. From there, he allowed himself to be overtaken by the Dreamvillains, the J. Cole stands online. They got under his skin and he said, y'all better leave me alone before I start dissing some of y'all favorites.
The genius of J. Cole's brand wasn't just the music, it was the pedigree. He was the magna cum laude rapper, the St. John's graduate who brought scholarly logic to a street game. But a degree in communications doesn't protect you from the digital mob. The pivot happened when the pedestal became too high to maintain. CyHi didn't just target Cole, he targeted the stand. The very people who claim Cole is untouchable are the ones who forced his hand. It wasn't the peers that got under his skin. It was the fans. Success creates a vacuum. When you spend a decade being the good guy, the industry waits for the moment the mask slips. CyHi is betting that behind the scholarly facade, the best rapper alive is just a man tired of being polite. But dragging a scholar into the mud requires more than just words. It requires a mechanism. To understand why this isn't just a rap beef, we have to look at the business of the big three collapse.
Got chances that there is no universe this nigga J. Cole wants smoke with this nigga. There's no universe. There's no universe he engages in this. There's no universe. I would be shocked, and I would be shocked beyond my wildest dreams. Because this is like battling Kendrick with less to win and more to lose. It's like that. So if you wouldn't take that, you're definitely not taking this. Because CyHi, if you get into a battle with him, knows that he's gonna have the world's eyes and he's gonna do something spectacular to you.
In the physics of rap beef, most stars operate on a cost-benefit analysis. For J. Cole, a confrontation with CyHi is a mathematical nightmare. It is a high-risk, zero-reward equation. If Cole wins, he beat a writer everyone already knew was dangerous. If he loses the crown to a man who has spent a decade in the shadows sharpening his blade. The digital evidence suggests Cole isn't just ignoring the noise. He's avoiding a trap. CyHi isn't looking for a chart topper, he's looking for a body. In a universe where Cole already backed away from Kendrick Lamar, the CyHi strategy is the ultimate checkmate. It forces Cole to decide, is the title of Best Rapper Alive worth the inevitable crash? The mechanism is locked. The math says don't engage. But every calculation has a human cost. When a titan decides to stay silent, The fallout doesn't just hit the charts, it hits the street-level credibility that took 15
When I tell you I'm the most biased person when it comes to J. Cole, but nothing that I heard on the fall off makes me think or believe that he's capable of this. I would love for J. Cole to prove me wrong. CyHi is different. He's different.
The most dangerous weapon in a rap battle isn't a punchline, it's the loss of faith. When the people who defend your name in the comments start looking at the floor, the cost of silence becomes higher than the cost of war. J. Cole's fans didn't just want an album, they wanted a shield. They wanted proof that the fall off was a title, not a prophecy. But CyHi's arrival has turned the magnum opus into a liability. It exposed a truth that the core fan base is finally admitting. Cole's piece looks a lot like a white flag. Betrayal doesn't always come from an enemy. Sometimes it's the realization that your hero is human. CyHi isn't just winning a lyrical match, he's winning the room. Even the Dreamvillains are starting to notice that while Cole was playing chess with his legacy, CyHi was playing for keeps. The faith is broken. The fans are wavering. All that remains is the final irony. The truth bomb that proves J. Cole's exit was written in the stars long before Kendrick or CyHi.
I don't know, like I can't trust that the nigga's gonna do it because he made me look crazy when Like That dropped and I had his back, and then he fucking backed out of the battle and apologized. And then people are in my comments like, how do you feel now? How do you feel now? How do you feel now? Oh, he backed out so much. This aged like milk. This aged like milk. In my comments, thanks to fucking J. Cole. So I can't even defend him in reality. CyHi, maybe I'll defend CyHi because CyHi is the one who's gonna rap. In reality, J. Cole ain't even gonna rap, so CyHi wins.
The final irony of J. Cole's career isn't that he lost a battle, it's that he lost the right to be defended. A fan's loyalty is a currency, and Cole's apology to Kendrick effectively devalued the market. When the people who carried your water for 15 years start defecting to the opposition, the empire is already gone. CyHi didn't have to out-rap Cole to win. He just had to show up to the fight that Cole skipped. In the streets of hip-hop, the best isn't the one with the most degrees. It's the one who stays in the paint. The paper trail is closed. J. Cole chose his piece. CyHi chose his blade. But as the Dreamvillains jump ship, we're left with one cold reality. You can't claim the throne if you're too afraid to get blood on the velvet.